Soul Family, welcome to the video. I am Psychic Tana Newberry of TanaNewberry.com. I create pick a card readings here on YouTube as well as other inspiring tarot reading videos and other psychic development and psychic related content. I would love if you would consider subscribing to the channel. Of course, comment if your reading spoke to you or there's anything you would like to suggest for a future reading. And if you like this video, it does help me get seen and I would greatly appreciate it. It's an awful nice thing to do. We are here today because we are going to be receiving a message from a deceased loved one. So for you, you're actually going to have a deck that you're going to pick here, the pick a card reading fashion. And it's going to have some cards and those are going to be great messages, but I'm also going to be doing some channeling tonight. And so of course, all of our loved ones are standing in 4 groups. So if you get a message today that is like 80% right and then 20% of it you didn't feel connecting with, please understand that this is a generalized reading and you are put in the best group for your message, but Spirit can and will create miracles through this reading today. I wholeheartedly believe it. And shout out to my deceased grandfather, who was a big help to me when I do readings. His name was Bob, and he's going to be present today. And I've asked him to be the bouncer and usher in the 4 green rooms where your loved ones are waiting to give you a message. So let's begin. Deck 1 is a pile of 8 cards, and there is an amethyst crystal on top. Deck 2 is a citrine crystal. It's really pretty. Got some rainbows in there. Deck 3 is a quartz cluster. Lots of points here. And deck 4 is a pyrite, shiny and beautiful as usual. So go down to the timestamps below in the comments. Click on your pile or tap on your pile and go right to it if you want to skip. Okay, beautiful. We are going to move the other decks out of the way. Welcome, deck 1. Receiving a message from a deceased loved one is a really special thing. And I want you to know that I am, from a psychic perspective, treating this with the utmost reverence. I know that a lot of you have family members, loved ones, maybe even spouses on the other side. I may get really emotional during this pick a card reading. I didn't expect that. Okay, it's time to begin, obviously. Okay, I'm gonna pull 2 cards side by side first. All right. First card, you have nothing to feel guilty about. The next card, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. Already I'm feeling, okay, one thing you have to understand about the other side is everyone really is truly happy with a perspective that is beyond any kind of joy we experience here. This is in my years of channeling the other side. At the same time, when they look at us suffering for any reason, they're still happy, but it's looked at like with a little bit of heavy heart. Just because there is no reason to feel the suffering from their perspective. I can feel that the people who've chosen deck 1 are leaving themselves responsible for a lot. The guilty feeling that I'm feeling is like I'm having a hard time swallowing. Your heart may be really, really heavy thinking that you've fallen short, or that you could have done better, or that you could have been there, or that you could have done more, that you could have called, helped, said something that was left unsaid. I want to tell you that your person on the other side is coming to me and pointing to the fact that I already know that the whole world that we live in is just a series of narratives to teach us spiritual lessons. We play a role. And they want you to know that from their perspective, there is no injustice whatsoever, even though they appreciate and understand where we are and don't mean to disvalidate or discredit our feelings or our thoughts or our assessments. They honor us. But at the same time, your deceased loved one is saying, you know, the real truth, my love, is that none of it is as real as we are, me and you. They say that's what's real. Okay, this is going to be a really tough pick a card reading for me. Okay, although you may not understand it now, everything happens for a reason. I'm hearing that, I'm hearing in my ear the part when I left you, the part when I left the world and you were still here. That's the part that you may not understand right now. But even that has a reason. And what I really love is in this card, if you can see, it's two pieces of a puzzle. And they fit together, they go together, they belong together. They're just separate, but it doesn't mean that they don't belong together. They're still fit for one another. And their rightful place is locked and intertwined. I'm hearing the part where I left you. You know, we could be feeling, deck one, really empty. I feel there's a lot of missing them. A lot of loneliness and maybe sadness in a way, okay? They're saying in that too, just like in any part of the narratives that we play, there is a silver lining, a beauty, a soul purpose, a lesson, a destiny, a purpose, a purpose, a purpose, a purpose. That's what they're saying. Okay, they're saying to move on. Let's see what else we have. Believe in yourself, you can do it. This is one person alone, jumping from one side of the cliff to the other, seemingly a dangerous jump because there's no brace, there's no support. Your person is not with you. But I hear you've been preparing for this your whole life. And it's not even like you've been prepared to be alone or prepared to be without your person on the other side, but you've been prepared to be self-sufficient. You've been prepared to be beautifully capable of being everything you need and being independent and supported all on your own. And what they're saying is believe in yourself because you can do it. And I'm also hearing from many of the people in the deck one green room here that there's something in particular that you want to do, a goal, a purpose, a mission, a job, a career, a charitable cause. That's my grandpa talking to me, he just said. Okay, but whatever it is that you want to do, whatever's your thing, your driving force, your thing that lights you up, that also they want to say, many people in the green room deck one is saying, believe in yourself, you can do that thing. They're addressing your life now, your thing. You can do it with or without them or anyone else. You can do it. They're on the other side and they want you to know that they see everything you're doing, they see your heart, they see your desires, and they want to weigh in that you can do the thing. I will always point you in the right direction. Deck one definitely has a spirit guide in your deceased loved one. There are a lot of people in deck one green room. You guys know what I mean when I say that. A lot of them are saying, we take roll every morning and I'm in the group of spirit guides for my person. We're all, I hear somebody else saying, we're all accounted for. We're all accounted for. So I will point you in the right direction means your person, your deceased loved one, is giving you guidance, play by play, especially about this thing that we just mentioned. It could be that you're kind of far. A lot of people are saying here, tell them even though they're really far away from the thing, it feels really out of reach or really fantastical or really difficult hurdle or complicated or complex. They're saying that's what the compass is for. That's why I'm helping you. Many of them are saying I could help you now more than I could have when I was on Earth. I really can. I'm hearing that's really true. That's really true. Tell them it's really true. Beautiful. Don't be afraid. I'm feeling this card again about the loneliness and the sadness. I think when your thoughts go idle about this person, they go to sadness, loneliness, and maybe a little bit of fear of what you're capable of, what you're strong enough to handle. I hear some people were left financially, I'm not going to filter it. I hear burdened. Some of us left others financially burdened. That's what I'm hearing. Might not be for everyone, but they're saying don't be afraid. Purpose, plan, it's just the narrative. I hear that again. And also, don't be afraid about this thing. You see, deck one, I think twofold, other than saying that, you know, the heavy heart, you know, is there and they appreciate it, but want you to know that you don't, you know, don't have that. But also this thing you want to do, this thing, they're saying don't be afraid. It's not your fault. Again, underneath these, they're also making me feel like the thing that you might want to do that they're guiding you in the right direction for right now is something you haven't been able to accomplish before. Maybe you've had your sights set on this for a while. Oh, some of them are saying it's love. Like my single people who've dated and not found the person. I have a lot of people in the green room saying we're talking about love, marriage, finding your person. Some people it's more of a passion or just a balance in life, getting the things you desire. They want you to know that this is not really, this card in this deck is really meant to say, you know, what we went through is not your fault. And that's there for you if you need that. But I'm also hearing, they're saying to me, the failures of being able to do the things, and it may or may not have to do with your deceased loved one, but the thing you care about now that they're helping you with. They're saying it's not your fault that it's sort of not been successful yet. They're saying it takes, just feels like they're showing me that it takes some very specific navigation. It's not an easy road. It's complicated. So they're showing me, I'm pointing you in the right direction. I'm helping you. I was met by so many loving people. Many of the people in deck one, the deceased loved ones, many of them right now are pointing to their mother that they had lost. Many of them are standing next to their mothers. Some are standing next to their fathers. But can I say a lot of them are actually pointing to their mothers? They're also showing, a lot of them are showing me pets that have been around you in your life that they're taking care of, they're fostering. They want to let you know that it is just the most joyous reunion on the other side. And that many people are telling me that they met with their parents, and just how important that was. If many of you have lost your parents, there's a double meaning there, because it means when you pass eventually, you will be with them. Do you understand? Okay, final card. We are so connected. This deceased loved one is in your soul family. Repeats, you know, not like we hear karmic relationship, and that means like, you know, kind of like it's weighted in a bunch of stuff. But think of karmic also just as a way of saying there's a lot of content exchange between us, and we have narrative together. That's another way of looking at like soul families. I call you guys my soul family. But my soul families are souls that incarnate over and over with each other, and basically they're on the same team. So that we are connected just lets me know that whether you believe in past lives, future lives, reincarnation, or you believe in sort of a pre-existence, post-existence, the expression of the soul of you and your deceased loved one is not broken, very, very connected, will be together again. Now let me channel. I love you so sweetly. I miss you, and I kiss you on the cheek. You lit up my life. My love for you was mostly unknown. And what I feel from that is, I mean, like you didn't know the depths of their love for you. You couldn't, because it's hard to convey. At times, I was difficult, but it in no way reflected in what you were deserving of. I'm all right. I'm happy. I'm at peace. I have no pain. I miss you and I love you. Please pay attention to the signs and the directions you've been given, because myself and your spirit team, my word, we are giving you the play-by-play to help you to go to the direction you want. And those of you looking for love, I feel a wink and a smile like they're with you too. If there's any children in your family that have been lost, some people in deck 1 are also saying, we have children here with us. If there's any women watching this that ever lost a baby or didn't have a baby, they want you to know that they're on the other side and they're well. We'll always be with you. We're right here with you. Okay. Thank you, Deck 1. Thank you very much. If you are interested in mediumship abilities, I have a free 6-day video training course on my website, tananewberry.com. Helps you remove your psychic reading blocks. And then in the psychic reading shortcuts course, I have some templates for doing mediumship readings. If you are interested in that, you can check that out. Please, if any of this spoke to you, leave a comment, like the video, let me know how this sat with you. And remember that a lot of times when you comment and you say something, other people get messages from that too. The more we share, the more we can just keep pinging psychically off each other. So please feel free to do that if you're called. Thank you so much. Deck 1. Deck 2, welcome. Welcome. We're here to get a message from your deceased loved one. And I got really choked up on deck 1. This is going to be probably a video unlike any other video I do. Try to contain myself. Okay. All right. I think what I have to do is just jump right into it. So deck 2, I'm going to put 2 cards side by side. Okay, first card, I watch over you every day. And the second one is the earth is our school. I have to tell you, deck one came with a heavy heart a bit. There was a lot of guilt and judgment that people were having over maybe what was left unsaid or undone. Can I say that deck two, I do feel that the passing of this person, and I'm not trying to minimize your sadness or anything like that. I'm just saying that I think there's a lot of people in the deck two's green room here that are conveying to me that there was peace at the time of passing. And they want you to know that you were right about that. It's okay to feel peace. In some cases, maybe there's variation, but in most cases, if you're drawn to deck two, they're telling me it was peaceful. It really was. The process of passing was natural. Like it was the way it's done. Nothing. I feel actually a lot of joy in my heart. You know what it is? It's gratitude. It's gratitude and reverence and respect for the narrative of life, the narrative of death, the passing of time. There's a lot of actually really positive feelings here. I watch over you every day is a way of your deceased loved ones saying, I'm with you. Pay attention, because when someone is with you all the time, maybe not even necessarily like working in a spirit guide capacity, because they have to be sort of skilled at something spiritually to sort of like counsel you or guide you. But sometimes they're just with you, supporting you and sending you love. That's beautiful too. But this person is making me feel like they support and send love. And you might also just feel like you're home alone and you're scrubbing the counter of your kitchen sink or something, and just like a thought pops into your head. These are the times where your deceased loved one is going to take the opportunity to just say, I'm here. Imagine if you were with, like, let's say it was your mother. Okay, say it was your mother. If your mother was over at your house while you were scrubbing the kitchen, what would she say? Oh, you know, I had a good day yesterday. You look good. Did you get good rest last night? You know, like sort of inconsequential things. So it might not be that these major revelations come out of the messages and the communication with this person in spirit, but it might just be small talk. Are you receiving small talk from your person? I think you are. I think you are. Pay attention to the thoughts that come into your mind as you just think about them. And notice that when you just out of the blue think about them, it's probably because they are starting the small talk. The earth is a school. I love this. I love this because this shows me that whether this person who passed, they're saying, we weren't necessarily, all of them, the most spiritual in this life, but can I say they were all sort of advanced in some spiritual way. And so they're saying that they enjoy many of them have been channeling like logistics about the other side and how they're feeling and what it's like. And so it comes together for you as like psychic information about the nature of heaven. Does that make sense? You're just saying that a lot of them are sort of pulling back the the curtain, and they're like making small talk about, you know, and it's small talk because it's just thoughts that enter your mind. You think you're just thinking, but it's not. It's literally small talk. And they're just saying that, you know, the fact that they're here and that the earth is our school and that I'm with you and all these things are sort of pulling back the curtain of the nature of the reality of heaven, really. There's a lot of joy here. A lot of really beautiful connection. And a lot of just presence. A lot of presence with this person. And everyone's smiling and they're just like satisfied. A lot of them they're not even talking in green room number 2. They're just smiling in appreciation, but all of their hearts are so open and they're just sending love. Some people did not have a good relationship with the person you're asking about. Like if they were a parent and you had a hard relationship, the thing is they can love you better now, to be honest. And let me tell you something. There's not one deceased loved one in green room number 2 that's not doing the Care Bear thing where they're sending love. I'm also hearing ringing in my ear right now, which means they'd like you to formalize the conversation with them. Not just hear thoughts in your mind that are like small talk, but they'd like you to actually have conversation, which means you have to acknowledge them and then start a dialogue. That could be something interesting to do. I am not dead. See, this is the logistics information I was telling you about. This is good stuff. They're telling us what heaven is like. They're saying I'm not dead. That's really interesting. Well, it's interesting, but it's not new information to me. I know they're not gone. They're totally there all the time, and they're also here almost totally all the time. I'm not dead just means this is not the end. It's not the end of me. It's not the end of you. It's not the end of it. It's not the end, period. It's not the end. I'm not dead is a way of saying I'm Linda G. Many of you know me from Linda G. She says that one of the people that came to her originally, I think it was in one of her first mediumship readings, said, I'm more alive now than when I had a body. I'm more alive now than when I had a body. Beautiful. Okay. There is no such thing as death. Look at all these people in green room number 2 saying, hey, hey, hey. We're here, we're here. I feel them celebrating, like, yes, you're getting through to our person on earth and telling them that we're here. And I just think it's so beautiful that they're all coming together in support of you and whatever it is you need. The presence is overwhelming. I'm gonna move on. I feel healthy and happy. Yes, there's the happy feeling I was feeling. Listen, if you're a deck 2 here, there is no reason to be sad. I mean, and you're probably not. You're probably very spiritually sort of satisfied, at peace. But if you are still in the phase where you're having sadness, please, please, please consider that your loved one is well and happy and at peace about anything between you as well. Beautiful. I send you loving signs through nature. Butterfly here, dragonflies, hummingbirds, any kind of bird, feathers, pennies, okay, all of these things. And I talk about this in some of my other training. It's not actually the thing that's important. It's that when something stands out to you as, is this a sign? Then Spirit swoops in, takes that opportunity and says, yes, I'm here, I'm here. and your loved one is saying, I am just sending you signs. And I'm gonna expand not just through nature, but like I said, even pennies and songs on the radio and things like this, okay? A lot of songs on the radio. A lot of songs on the radio, they say. Okay, good. All right, I am sorry. Please forgive me. I know everything in deck 2 is really happy and joyous, but let's be honest, no life or relationship is perfect. Deck 2 is being asked, you guys are being asked to really, really, really understand that your person on the other side doesn't want to minimize any of these circumstances that were not perfect just because they're joyous, peaceful now. They still respect the narrative that was your connection in this lifetime, and they want to clear the slate and say, I am sorry, please forgive me. When you're on the other side, you're gonna have no problem with it. No one ever does. honestly, from a psychic perspective, channeling for this long. The other side is just, I have no interest in going anytime soon or early, but it will be an incredible thing to feel what I've feel and be there after the perspective I've had in this lifetime. So please allow yourself to take this opportunity to clear your heart and your slate with respect to the process of life and that it's not perfect. Lastly, I am here helping you. Even though I don't feel that this person may be an advanced spirit guide on your spirit team, like I said, they are helping with support and love, and basically, they're showing me something. Remember the movie Ghost, where he focuses on the thing and it moves? It's not exactly, completely relevant, the moving, but when they focus on something and like send energy there, then you notice it. So it's not like they are ascended masters that know exactly how you reach your enlightenment. That might not be deck number 2 on the other side. The green room's going, yeah, we're not always that enlightened. They're still learning, but they're saying we do do things that the average spirit can do. We can help you focus on something. We can talk to you. We can be with you. We can support you. We can send you love. And there's certain things that we can help with, we do, even if we're not like an advanced spirit guide for you. And I mean that in the best of ways, okay? It just means that they focus just like a person does on earth with the things they're good at, and leaves the things that they're kind of a newbie at or whatever, they leave that to a professional. So we have a whole team of spirit guides. Let's get a channel from them. Oh, it is so beautiful here. I wish you could see it. And from where we are looking at you, you are breathtaking. You are more beautiful than you ever realized, and that you will realize until you're here. Every beautiful thing about you, we feel and we see and we know. Every thought you have that comes from your heart and a place of peace is a beautiful color that is all around you. And you are breathtaking. I'm hearing that they're in awe of you, because from their perspective now, they know how strong you've been. They know how talented you are. And they're also making me feel like a lot of people in green room number 2 are pointing to you and saying you were the more evolved soul. I was a little newer and you're more evolved. And so they know that you being kind of more spiritually evolved, that you sort of kind of innately know spiritually what there is on the other side in a way. And they're saying, oh, you can't wait to see that you were right. Of course, we hear, I love you. I'm with you. I miss you. I'm with you. I love you. Okay. Thank you very much, deck number 2. If you want to learn a little bit about mediumship, I have an online course at tananewberry.com called Psychic Reading Shortcuts, and it gives you lots of stuff, but one of the things is some training into mediumship readings. And if you want to just do a free training, there's a 6-day video course called Remove Your Psychic Reading Blocks, and you can get that at tananewberry.com. Just enter your email and it comes to you. It's great. Okay. Deck number 3. It's been a very emotional pick a card reading for me. I'm gonna have to go salt bath it when I get home. Purge and maybe watch something sad or watch something really emotional and eat bonbons. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so we are going to start out by just pulling 2 cards to begin. Whew, I'm standing right next to you. Everybody in green room number 3, deck number 3's green room, all your spirit people just left the green room and now they're standing next to you. They showed me they had a better idea than the other decks. It's like a team effort here. I see them all ganging up and kind of like coming up with a great way to communicate all of their messages in a general format. But I want to let you know that green room number 3 has left the building. They're no longer in this heavenly green room like the others were, and literally everybody has taken their rightful place right next to you. I want you to imagine that where you are right now, your deceased loved one is literally in the room with you. I see many of them are holding your hand. Others are just sitting next to you in quiet support. I feel many people in this deck 3 had a lot of, or deck 1, excuse me, deck 1 had a lot of emotion. Deck 2, a lot of joy. Deck 3, I feel like they have a lot to say. There's going to be a lot of communication, a lot of messages. So let's see here. Life is a series of choices. Choose love. This is what this is. Okay. Your person is right next to you because they need to have a talk with you. Many people who chose deck 3 are at a crossroads in your life. I could almost title deck 3 Urgent Message from Your Deceased Loved One. Do you understand? I do feel a sense of urgency with the messages coming through. I'm trying to sort it all out. It kind of comes in a big picture and I have to circle around it. Let's see here. So they're saying my person, some of them are saying my person is in trouble. They need help. So if you're listening to this and this is you, deck 3, are you struggling with something? Are you going through a divorce? Are you really like looking for love and can't seem to figure it out? Is it something else? Is it financially struggling? Are you doing that? Are you having a difficult relationship with someone in your family or that's close to you? Are you feeling loneliness? Are you feeling loss? Are you feeling are you struggling with an addiction of some kind or a health issue? Are you this is what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to create drama here. I'm just saying that your loved one comes through and they're going to try to cohesively here give us messages about the urgent thing they want to tell you about. And what's coming up in this card for me is choices. Life is a series of choices. It says choose love, which is beautiful, but it's really standing out to me. Life is a series of choices. They want to let you know that before it's too late and you miss the opportunity to either get what you want or heal what you need to heal. They're saying, please don't miss the opportunity to do it now when it's very important. They're saying, I'm helping you, but they're also saying, can you get help? Is there anybody that you can reach out to that would assist you? Is there anybody out there that feels, deck 3, is this you? Do you feel like you could use some support or help in some way? Would you please ask for it? Because they're telling me that they can help you on the other side, but they're pointing to like someone else coming in that's living and sort of being a great help to you at this time. It's okay to ask for help. They're saying you're not weak. You're just really, you got a lot. You got a lot. You know, on the other side, they don't like fear or get like sad the way we think of it, but they do understand that we are on a timeline and that we have, it's like we're playing a video game. Like they want us to succeed. It's just a game, but at the same time, like we are focused on that task. So they're saying you can be efficient. You can do what you need to do. You can swoop in just in time if you take the action, the series of choices now. But they're asking you to ask for help because it's not like they're saying there's only so much we can do, and it's not because they can't help you. Spirit's capable of anything, and miracles, yes, but there's someone else that can really help you at this time, and they're pointing at, please ask for help. Okay, let's see what else. It was my time to go. I'm going to pull another one here. As a soul, I can be in several places at once. I'm going to pull another. I've become one of your guides. They're saying, I kind of feel like they're all with you in the rooms that you're in. Your person is right with you, and they're all still talking to me, and they're saying, I had to go before my person I left behind was done attaining their success in this area that I'm talking about. So it was my time to go, and that's why they want to hand off the help and responsibility for another human to come in. That's why they're saying that. But they're saying, I unfortunately had to go. I'm helping from this side now. I can be in several places at once. They're also making me feel like they want to let you know, or they're asking you, deck 3, if you would be willing to tell the other people, either in the family or the social circle or whoever this person is to you, that they're also with them in their difficult time as well. They're saying, I can be in several places at once, but really the message is, I'm with all of you that are going through the difficult times, or that need me or that want me. I'm actually with all of you. So they're drawing a circle around the entire group that they sort of left behind. Usually it's families, doesn't have to be. And they're saying, I'm with everyone, and if you feel you want to communicate that, this is me saying this, if you feel like you want to communicate that to the people who'd be open to it, that your person is talking about, maybe that'd be a good idea. I have become one of your guides. One of your guides. That's what they're making me feel, one. It takes a village, if you will, spiritually to assist us, because there's so many other specialties. We all have a role and a place. Just like on Earth, we all have different things that we're good at and areas that we excel. You're saying as a spirit guide, that's the case as well. But I am one of your spirit guides, meaning that I have the ability to counsel for success on this side. But it takes a village to do what you need. So don't be ashamed to ask for that help. Okay? And they say help is on the way. If you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do, they're saying they're sending help. Okay, good. We will be together again. They're just acknowledging, you know what's interesting is we will be together again is an obvious card saying like in heaven we'll be together again. But I'm not feeling, for this card, I actually feel the first thing that popped up for me is they're making me feel like, you know how they're in the room with you right now? That doesn't stop just because you're doing, or happen just because you're doing a reading right now. They constantly drop in on you, and they constantly stay with you. And they're with you, just like daily. They're just with you, in the room with you. They're saying visualize them as being there, if you'd like, because that would be really rewarding to just feel like you're having a visit. They have so much to tell you. I think the people that are they were in the green room, now they're with you. The people of deck 3 that you've lost, they're all brushing up on their communication skills, and many of you that are here are probably very psychic yourselves, and so they'll be getting messages through to you that might be for the entire family, or the entire friend group, or the entire whoever, okay? So be aware that when they're saying they're together with you, it's almost like they have something they're trying to accomplish with you. It's not just support. It's like, we got this thing we're advocating for you to take action on. Okay? We have been together in dreams. I'm not surprised. The deceased, the departed, they come to us in dreams all the time. If you've ever had a dream where they don't talk and it's almost like a telepathic thing, that's one of the markers that you definitely had an experience, because that's how it happens sometimes. pay attention to your dreams and pay attention to who's coming in and who's coming out. And even if they're not like dreams of your deceased loved one, pay attention to your dreams anyways, because they could be giving you information about what we've been talking about through your dream state. My death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. So, you know what's interesting is I feel like this is what I feel like. I feel like they said, my death was painless. Please don't worry or hold on to guilt. And then they go like this. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. That's like what I feel like they're doing. Okay, so they've been trying to get messages through this whole time. Let's get our messages. This is just me channeling, y'all. So give me your patience. Please act now. The efficiency of the outcome and the level of your success depends on the choices you make now. And it's not just one choice, it's a series of choice habits. Follow through, determination. These things make a great deal of difference to you right now. You never know which will be the critical mass that will shift the no to the yes or the yes to the no. We are working with you constantly to remind you of all the little things you have to do in a series of making the events in your life successful. We will be with you until any of your things that feel unresolved are resolved, and even still, they say. The urgency is please act now for best results. You don't want to lose your opportunity to have balance, peace, and the desired outcome. Of course, we want to tell you, they're saying, say all the things, which is I love you, I miss you, it's beautiful here, I'm at peace, I'm fine, I'm not in pain, I love you, I miss you. Those things are like the normal things. So they're saying all of that, but they want to talk about you. Please, they're saying, you know what, in a certain way, even if you believe in reincarnation, we got one shot at doing this. Like I got one shot at Tana here in the year 2020, right? So they're saying, treat it with just the utmost respect and attention to detail that it needs. It's be reverent about life. And we will be here for you through the entire process. And we love you. We miss you. Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Deck 3. If you are interested in mediumship, I have a course called on my website, TanaNewberry.com, that is called Psychic Reading Shortcuts, where we talk about mediumship and teach you how to do some mediumship skills. And also I have a 6-day free video training called Remove Your Psychic Reading Blocks at TanaNewberry.com. You can check that out. It's all about getting in the right mindset to do incredible psychic readings, and it's all free, so go enjoy it. Okay, deck 4, Pyrite Crystal, welcome. Message from your deceased loved one has been a very emotional pick a card for me. I don't think I'll ever do one quite like it energetically. I'm usually fun and upbeat, and not that this isn't fun and upbeat, but there is like a reverence that I can feel from the other side, and it overwhelms my entire energy, and I'm just really plugged in. So it feels like the room is full with your loved ones. It feels like my heart and my mind is full of your loved ones. So it feels very, it feels a lot. It feels a lot. It's good. It's a good thing. It's beautiful. So, okay, here we go. Let's just jump in. I'm gonna pull 2 cards first. I wish I had told you more often how much I love you, and I am so much better now. Okay, here's the thing. On the other side, I've said this a couple other times, they're not sad or angry or you know, there's just an understanding and a perspective over there that this is the narrative, and we do what we need to for our lessons, and it's kind of like playing a video game. We're invested when we're in it. And there's, you know, levels of success or failure or whatever. And when you're on the other side or not playing the game, it doesn't feel as important. And so that is all true. But at the same time, they're kind of making me feel like, in a way, like cerebrally, they were maybe a little disappointed with their performance in this life, because they're saying, I mean, I wish I had told you more often how much I love you. This doesn't necessarily have to mean they did a bad job at making you feel loved. But I have to tell you, from a psychic perspective, I do feel a lot of people in Deck 4's Spiritual Green Room actually talking about the fact that they really could have done better. They could have done better at loving you or supporting you or loving the people they were the closest to or that they affected the most. There's some Linda G, who many of you know, the Comanche Psychic on YouTube. She says, she uses this metaphor. I have one in my readings where someone goes like this. If I see that in my mind, it means that the spirit is telling me, I promise. Linda has this one that she shared with me that I love, and she says when they come from the other side with their hat in their hand, it kind of means like asking for forgiveness. From a spiritual perspective, on the other side, they are whole, they are complete, but when they look at their lives and they realize that they could have done better, they come with their hat in their hand, sort of asking for forgiveness. And it's acknowledging that they could have done a better job, or acknowledging that that they may have put you through some difficulty, left you feeling depleted, overwhelmed. Okay, I'm so much better now kind of means, you know, in truth, they want you to know that every soul is actually really perfect and pure, and they want to let you know that they're saying now, that their words, I'm more in touch with that person you would have saw me to be, because that is actually who I am. I'm more in touch with that person now, and that is what you deserve, and I'll be with you in this way again. That's what I'm feeling like. You know, Deck 4, if you're hanging on to any resentment emotionally or anything, it might not be that you are at all. This might not even pertain to you. But, and maybe it is just, I wish I told you more that I loved you. But this is just, even if it's at the advanced level, like they were great for you, but they still kind of wanted to do better. They wanted to help more. They wanted to teach you more. They wanted to tell I love you more. They wanted to do better. They wanted to, you know, have all the answers for everything you needed. They wanted to be more, especially now. They wish they would have been. That's the point, okay? I see all of your thoughts. Part of the really cool thing that Spirit says that happens on the other side is when we get on the other side, you know, call it telepathy, like you know, you can't hide any thoughts. That's not actually it. And sometimes, like I said in Deck 3 or 2, I can't remember, but the thoughts you have create a beautiful color around you. No matter what we're talking about, the other perspective on the other side, they really do have access to all the data, which includes like our thoughts. And when they see who we are and all our thoughts, like we're just so detailed and beautiful, it's just breathtaking. And it's like that is part of the overwhelm of being in heaven that all these spirits talk about, that is so amazing and beautiful. They talk about how beautiful we are. We're so beautiful to them. They just are in awe of how gorgeous we are. And even the thoughts that you think are like horrible or like your failures, they see your strength. They see your perseverance. They see your innovation, your lovingness, your forgiveness. You know, they see all of that, and it just adores you. Like it's just so breathtaking to them. And that is the message I see all your thoughts. They want you to know that you are just exquisite. If I had only known then what I know now, I would have lived differently. This is touching on what we talked about before, kind of coming full circle here. I'm hearing from a lot of your people, you were right. I should have listened to you. And they're making me feel like that could be a bunch of different things. I could name off a couple things, but if that message speaks to you, you plug in the thing, because they're just showing me there's a lot of things that make them say that. So a couple of the things: should have listened to you about health, should have listened to you about how to think, or how to like positive thinking, and bad attitudes. Okay, should have listened to you in levels of success of some kind of purpose that they wanted. They should listen to you when you said I was capable of doing something that I sort of played small at. You were right about the afterlife. You were right about spirituality. Like I said, I really feel like they are self-assessing, saying that I really wanted to be better. But they're okay. They're okay with it, because that is like all's fair in love and earth. It happens. And I'm also kind of feeling like next time we're together, next time we do this, if you believe in reincarnation, okay? Next time we do this, I'm going to be studying up so that I don't fall short in the ways that I feel like I did before. Can I say that these spirits feel like overachievers? Like, I feel like they weren't maybe all that bad. Like, there's a lot of horrible things that happen in the world, and it's like they weren't that bad, but I feel that they really are what it is they're very highly advanced souls that maybe took on a little more than they were capable of executing 100%. And they will try again after spiritual reflection and growth. And so they share that. I am with the rest of the family. Absolutely. They're drawing a circle around everyone. They're saying everyone's here. They told me to say something, and I almost don't want to say it because it's an unpopular opinion, but what the hell. I don't actually, when I channel the other side, I don't ever get the sense of like a hell. It feels more like people create the realities that they need to review their life, and that you can almost kind of say is like creating a circumstance that we would find similar. But this card is calling me out and asking me to say it to you guys so that you know everyone ends up there. Unpopular opinion, I know. So sue me. They're just saying everyone is here. We're all in this loving, beautiful, peaceful state where we see your beauty. We're all here. They really put me on the spot there. I always give you a good night kiss. These are for my people who've lost their lovers, their spouses, their soulmates. What can you say? They'll never stop kissing you goodnight. I'm hearing they'll never stop. They'll never stop kissing you goodnight. Not one night will go by where they don't kiss you goodnight. Deck 4 made me say that. They're all saying, yep, Tana, yep. Every single one of us. Every single million or thousands of people listening to this, they got deck 4, they will never not get a kiss. You could say it. It's absolute. Spirit is always with us. Your person is with you. Bank on that, okay? Here, feel it. Allow that into your truth. Beautiful. I am surrounded by loving animals. I think deck 1 had animals too. Beautiful. This is the same thing they said before. We're all here. Everybody's here and accounted for. This shows a cat, a little dog, a big dog, and a bird. It's cute. any of the animals you've ever left, they are also present on the other side. They're not always present when I channel, but it's because I don't know if they're always relevant to the messages coming through, because I see many animals on the other side when that is the message, they show them to me. So they must always be there. Logistically, I'm not exactly sure. I'm not a pet medium. I'd have to ask the pet medium. But I do see them all the time. It's just not 100% of the time, but it's probably just relevant to what messages are. But they're showing me that they are coming to you, Deck 4, saying specifically that they want you to know that your animals are with them. And they're still with you. They just corrected me. They're still with you and with them. And they say, we gotta show you how that works when you get here. Like, okay. Now I have no pain. You know, even though they have this sort of way of looking at their life and saying that they wanted to have more, they don't come from a place of pain. They come from a place of respect for life, for their performance, for you, for your life, for your performance. But they're not coming from a place of lack or pain. They are at peace. It's something we don't understand. We think you could be unsatisfied. You have to be lacking. But over there, there's so much, it's so much more expansive that you can look at something with lack and still be 100%. So just imagine that heaven is this beautifully multifaceted place where they can see us in complete beauty. So I'm going to channel a message now. Please forgive me if I have ever and when I have ever fallen short for you. I should have been your biggest cheerleader, and at times I was self-focused and unavailable. There were moments that I did show up for you and felt proud of myself and you, and those are the moments I cherish. For now, my favorite part about us is seeing your beauty even still in this very moment. They said they want you to close your eyes and imagine that your person is sitting right next to you and that they're holding your hand and that they're kissing your cheek. They're giving you that good night kiss or that good morning, whatever it is. They want you to know that they absolutely adore you. And if they didn't think you could be any more beautiful, but you are, and as you live and as you grow and as you have new thought after new thought after new thought, you just get more and more beautiful. And they said, this is the way, this is how it's done. And then they're saying, myself, on behalf of myself, the rest of the family, and everyone in spirit, including the animals, are saying, we want you to know that we're here when you need us. We're often with you and never out of reach. In the basics, we love you, we miss you, all those things, okay? Beautiful. Thank you very much, Deck 4. That was a message from your deceased loved one. If you want to learn a little bit more about mediumship, I have an online course on TanaNewberry.com called Psychic Reading Shortcuts that does cover some techniques for mediumship. It's a wonderful, beautiful skill that is actually available to anybody as long as you just kind of practice and learn the vocabulary of how it's done. I also have a free 6-day video training series called Remove Your Psychic Reading Blocks. Just enter your email. It's totally free. delivery, and you can enjoy that in your inbox 6 days in a row. Lots of good training for you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Please leave a comment below if any of this spoke to you, if you feel drawn to any of the messages. Remember that when you leave a message, sometimes it leaves a message for somebody else in the comments that's going to see it. So selfishly, I want you to leave a comment, but also pay it forward there if something you received you want to share. Like this video if it did speak to you, and subscribe for more pick a card readings and inspirational tarot readings. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful rest of your day, soul family. Bye-bye.